We've seen these games change so quick though, Mark, haven't we? We know that there's always ebbs and flows in games, but getting off to a good start, it can be the maker and breaker of a game.
Humphries has made a sterner step. He doesn't panic. He's going to break down, but he's teed up the leg pretty well. The 150, will it make? He's got to stay, surely. Disappointed, he fancied it. The first start was a decent lie.
Couple of big visits from Luke Humphries has given him this opportunity. He turns around legs so quick, so quick.
Could be turning this tie around. Well, Littler again fires in a match. That's 4 in the last 4 legs. Is this one going to lead to him getting a leg on the board?
56. Luca required 121.
Doesn't have to go 51 ball.
57.
That's an iffy little leave.
This is a couple of trebles from Humphries. Not going to wobble
57.
Littler too much. We've seen Humphries get rid of this 64. Littler looking to do the same and go halfway to the semi-finals.
Game shot the fifth leg.
Didn't want to give Luke Humphries the opportunity to come back for 149. It's got to that point in matches now where a player hits a ton and it's a little bit of a slip. And there we go. A ton was royally punished. The state of darts.
It's an incredible standard. It's only a dart of the ball, and it's all he needs. What an incredible leg. Littler was waiting to pounce on 47. Humphries for a 12-dart leg and levels us up at 3 apiece. Humphries.
Yeah, nervy. Really nervy, Mark.
Just about to say. He wants to get back in the top 4, Luke. He wants to win a night. He's pretty much ticked every box this season. He's won a Pro Tour, won a European Tour. Nightly win in the Premier League, surely next to follow.
Maybe this evening, we shall see. Tops now for 4-3. Looks very focused. There's no doubt about it. Yes, unfortunately for him, really, 5 of them aren't they?
Yeah, but there'll be clashes amongst each other,
of course,
throughout the campaign, so he won't be panicking that he's not in the top 4 at the minute. He's slightly disappointed with the way he played last week.
For a level game. For a level game, surely. That's how good he is. You're thinking that a 148 is going to be popped, and it is. As we can see, there's that little pause. Oh, this is majestic.
136.
Credit to both. They've withstood a lot in this game. And then the wise who's going to win it. Slight advantage, Luke Littler, because he's got the throw, but this may have to go.
Wow, wild. We mentioned, Mark, in leg 1, didn't we? The difference that the throw can make for a 12-dart leg. Bullseye now.
48.
He lost the range there. Relief for Littler. He knows this is big. He's taking his time here, Luke Littler. For 5-4. Normally reliable on this double. And he pins a double 5, and look what it means to him. That's a big dart. He's one away from the semi-finals here in Belfast.
134.
You can definitely tell with Luke Littler with this action is that he can throw the dart slightly firmer. You can bring the arm back slower and follow through harder.
Stay in. Double 16. Well, some match darts. Well, it should be a minimum of 1 match dart incoming for Luke Littler.
Love to it. A treble 10. Well, nothing is in the way. There was no big 20 in the way there.
They were wild, though. They reminded me of his darts of treble 19 earlier on in the match. On a combination. He's missed this double already in the match. And he pins the double 2. They've both left it to last dart in the previous 2 legs. And we go all the way. Luke Littler Littler with the darts.
Oh, walked with it. Well, Littler now, because of that switch to 18s, he can actually stay on the 20s and it'll 180 to leave a finish.
140.
Needed a 2 treble visit there. Realistically, Humphries needs a couple of trebles. Yeah, he's going to try and find his way through.
91.
Does leave a finish, but it's a biggie, and there's some pressure incoming, and plenty of it.
130.
Can he wrap it up?
Luke require 170.
With the biggest of them all. The biggest? Oh, that's poor, that.
130.
May return here, though. It may just be one dart and a double. This is big for Luke Littler. Get back to winning ways.
Well, he's done this before, and it didn't work out for him. But it worked out this time. He felt the need to stop, so he did. Luke Littler beats Luke Humphries by 6 legs to 5. Luke Humphries has won the last 3 weeks of the Premier League.
Smith went on to win the nightly round in Cardiff in week 1 after defeating Van Gerwen along the way, and Van Gerwen went on to win the nightly round in Berlin, having defeated Smith along the way. Van Gerwen won Berlin, Glasgow and Newcastle on the trot.
So it's almost a sure thing that whoever wins this match wins the night then.
Well, if you believe in omens,
100.
quite possibly.
87.
and you can say, well, things have got a bit easier with Humphries going out as Van Gerwen pins double 18, but then the replacement opponent in the semi-final will be Luke Littler, so is it really much easier, if at all? Well, in the 180 count, Humphries is top of that tally too, but Smith closing the gap on Cool Hand Luke for the prize of the maximum hitter of the Premier League 24.
121. Marco require 132.
And this is a chance to hold his throw, and he almost has to do it. With Van Gerwen, oh, and back for the ball. Has to move across. I think he just about had the line right, you know, just a little too hard.
95.
This for a 4th consecutive break of throw.
That would have been an 11 darter had he hit the outer ring first dart, and he misses twice.
And that could prove very costly, although it was a great effort at the break of throw. Smith holds on, he's up 3-1.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Michael Smith.
14 dart leg of hold a throw, and 135 could be a problem for MVG.
86.
We saw Smith miss the 132.
135.
This is the one thing we're missing, John, a Tom plus outshot here. And it's the bullseye again.
And that time he felt he had a nice clear lane, and look at that. Just still again a little hard on the bull shot.
Tops. 10.
47.
And another brace of darts at double miss by Michael Van Gerwen. He had 2 at double 19 in leg 4 and 2 there in this leg. Smith wants double 10. And a rare double miss on double 10. He and Luke Littler, the ace double 10 hitters in the Premier League.
Any double. No, he can't get it.
And now at the back end of the 6th leg, we're starting to see some faff.
20.
He won't miss 3 at this, surely.
Well, this kind of brings us back to what I was opening with in the beginning of the match. It's the grittiness. You got to win the ugly legs. Yeah, it just changes how you're looking at each leg you play if you get those breaks.
And the chances for the break back are becoming fewer and fewer because Smith here is against the darts in leg 7, but he will have the throw in the 8th and the 10th, Michael Smith, and they're Michael Van Gerwen's only chances now to break back. Got to find it in the 8th or the 10th.
Yeah, do well to get this double 12 for a 144, and he does. Well, we know he can hit that combination. We saw the shot against Luke Littler after Luke had missed the perfect game, and ahead by 77. It's up to Michael to regain the advantage. It doesn't look like he's doing so.
45.
this is now a bona fide chance for MVG. Yeah, lovely pick-off on the treble 19, and now it's a clear-cut opportunity. 92 left after 9 darts, John.
Yeah, and if he'd only got the single, he would have left 130, which you kind of lick your lips at, looking prospects of finishing.
He'll salivate over this. He's got 2 at double 16. And this time he hits it, and Michael van Gerwen squares it off at 4 each. And still to come, Nathan Aspinall goes up against Gerwin Price, and then Rob Cross takes on Peter Snakebite Wright in our final quarter-final. Van Gerwen here towed the Oki adrift by 41, but now leaves 70. Smith, though, with the big outshot, it's off the agenda now.
He's done enough here to put the pressure on the Van Gerwen to hold. Might only get 1 dart at double. That would be the case. Double 16 it is, and it's perfect, and a great celebration, and it's an MVG lead.
Has ignited at the back end of this match.
And if he wins one match, Rod, this year, he wins them all.
Quite right, John. He's either been quarter-final exit or ultimate nightly glory for MVG.
90.
Is he going to get the 4th nightly win of the 24 campaign? Or can Smith come back here off the canvas, having led this match on points for most of it? This is for the match. This is for the match, the 150. Michael van Gerwen caught fire late on in that match. He was seemingly on the brink of defeat.
Yeah, time to make hay, and Gerwin Price looks like he's making his move here. Needed that 2 treble visit, Nathan. That's just to sort of keep himself interested. If Price can continue this trend of 2 treble visits in the leg, which he has, put himself in a great position to break through.
And if you're going to have a stonker of a leg, make it on your opponent's throw. 81 left after 9. Little 11 darter. Sheesh, he won't like that.
75.
This'll hurt if this leg slips from his grasp.
65.
It's amazing, Mark, how it become messy so quick.
Always the risk. Just the 1 dart. And the hold to throw continue. He dug in deep there, Nathan. He started slowly. Price missed a couple to break, but Aspinall leads again. Week 9, I was long gone.
123.
Width of a wire would have left double 18, instead leaves 87.
This is where Price has to find a treble.
89.
Get that with the last dart.
87.
It's in the balance, this leg. Deep breath from Nathan. Get the fundamentals right. Get that minimum dart at a bullseye.
And he has done. Bullseye! Oh, look at that. Pinned it. There's been a couple of finishes here that, if they go the other way, maybe the result goes the other way. The 65.
There's a lot clustered there.
Frustrated, isn't he? Everything good that's happening to him, there's been just a show of frustration, really. And he'll think that's typical. That is so typical. It's certainly typical of Nathan. Double 12. That is class. That is quality.
He needed that Gerwin Price, not just in the context of the match, but something to fire him up. It's all been a bit sarcastic when he's hitting his doubles, but there's the trademark celebration, and sportingly acknowledged by Nathan Aspinall. All 6 legs with the darts.
Yeah, he needs the buzz, doesn't he?
We saw how important winning the bull was in match 1 this evening. Luke Littler having the darts in the decider against Luke Humphries. It could come down to that here.
What a dart from Nathan. Honestly.
140.
He knew that he had to move, took his time, but kept a rhythm.
73.
Magnificent. One of the best throws of the match for me, that 140 till he 127.
Hit the ball at the end of a combination already. He's done it again here, and he's getting fired up now. Brilliant shot from Nathan Aspinall. 2 legs away, 4 from 6 on the doubles.
It just didn't look likely with any of those darts. They were not thrown with any authority at all. Like I said, Mark, I just think sometimes he just looks flat. Not disinterested, just he needs his adrenaline to pump and flow.
Then that visit just looked really easy.
Yep.
80. Gonna win your
Volume about Nathan. Tops for a level game, and it is a deciding leg. Price will have to find another break. But Aspinall, he was in this position last week. 5-all with Rob Cross. This time he has the advantage of throwing first. He'll settle for 2 at the minute.
Oh dear. He's looking in a decent position, but Nathan, credit to him, has turned it round, and Price has buckled a bit. There's no buckling from the Asp. Made of grit and steel, that man.
You can't help but applaud the way Nathan applies himself on the hockey. Digs in, finds a way, and he's carved out a brilliant opportunity here for 2 more vital points.
And after a bad start in a leg, my word, he's put it right. He's going to get a dart at double 16. And he's got it. That is a really hard-fought win. Get to him, Price. Plays well again, but gets beat again.
Well, Wright lost 6-3 in Cardiff to Rob Cross. So you need to find someone who lost by an even bigger margin than Peter Wright did on the opening night to end up bottom of the pile after 1 week. Right here is top of the pile on the maximums in this early stages of the leg against Rob Cross. 9 darts thrown, 81 left for Snakey.
Well, the ideal start for Peter Wright, and Rob Cross won't be too bothered. It's Peter's throw here. It's double 12 for an 11. And superb stuff, and you know, it's
Against the winner of this contest between Snakebite and Voltage, which is looking odds on to be 2-all at the end of this leg.
100.
and MVG hasn't lost a semi or final in the Premier League this year.
Leaves a 2-dart combination, but Cross has a 2-dart of his own to eye up. He's going to need all 3 darts in his hand. Went double-double, but came inside it. So, a chance here, and a decent chance, really, for Peter Wright.
And this is where you really need to truly feel aggressive and claim it as yours. It needs to be a ball. Wow, that was assertive. What an excellent bull hit there. And there's the celebration confirming what it meant to him.
Well, let's have it right. By Premier League standards, by Peter Wright's standards, a lot of it has been poor. There's been some poor darts, and it's been borderline an unmitigated disaster the first half of the Premier League campaign 24, but it can still be rectified. He can still dig himself out. Ton 40 here, be beautiful. Beautiful. Pretty to watch.
Yeah, he's just trying to pass the misery baton to Rob Cross. Let him carry it for a while.
Peter Wright's average here tickling a ton. Rob Cross is languishing at 83. Wright wants tops for 4-1 here. He's getting it right tonight, all right. He's 4-1 up, Peter Wright.
Can't have 2 out of the 20 segment when you're scoring.
Gotta like that from Roberto to leave double 16. Peter Wright can leave something handy, but that's all he can do. Rob Cross here to get the break back. be a 13 dart leg here, double 16. And that slid awkwardly. It's like he's building a wall.
It's like he's walking around one.
Indeed, he'll be in row A in a minute. He's left on the 12 at the end of all that. And Peter Wright could escape here. It looked like he was being penned in by Rob Cross, but he's got a chance to knock the wall down on double top and pull clear again.
16.
You don't miss by much less than that. And Rob seems destined to get back into the match, but that doesn't look very good.
It isn't very good, is it? That's half a dozen missed. Peter Wright has missed 2 at double at the end of this leg. Cross has missed half a dozen, and Peter Wright holds on. Well, giving him a lead of 104 points.
58.
Rob Cross can't obliterate that deficit. He's still 46 adrift, so right here with a couple of turns to the oche to wrap up the match.
And you know it, and then you try to be too careful about things, and you end up with this sort of a visit. 46, 115 left. Now with any sort of quality visit, Cross can get himself back in this match.
171 would be nice, John.
It'd be
For
superb.
Cross.
Yes. Even 95. Well, 137. Yes. Brilliant stuff.
So for the match, only his second win of Premier League 2024. Yes. For double 18, and it's Rob Cross's favourite double, and he can't close the door on Cross on double 18.
Yeah, and if Cross misses, now Peter has to deal with the whole double 9 thing. It's bad in a couple of ways, that miss. Does it even matter? Does this one dart at tops keep the match alive for Rob Cross?
31.
Well, he overclubbed there to some tune.
18.
So Peter Wright, match dart 2. The sequel has a happy ending for Snakebite. Only his second win of the Premier League this year. His victim is Rob Cross.
And I bet there's a lot more going on in his head than we think. And that's my point being, is I'm very impressed on how he handles himself still.
His experience seems beyond his years, but like I've said, he's played a lot, played for a long time.
And he's absorbed a lot of top players playing each other. He's learned without playing.
87.
You watch him learn.
132.
What's he going to learn from this? Ball 32, now 57. He's going to get a poke at the bullseye.
107.
Not the best of lies, but didn't move over. MVG steps up, levels the game. Started that leg well, Michael, with that 177.
Littler will need a 2 treble visit to do the same.
He's sticking with that style of just setting the dart and bringing the hand back rather than just all in one motion. Played very well in his opening game against Luke Humphries, so why change when you hit 7 180s and average 102?
A frustrating leg for Luke Littler. One he may have been able to get a break or throw, but it's not materialized, and Van Gerwen does a good job of putting it away in 2 darts on 87.
87 finished on 17 dart legs, so the scoring.
It's tough, though. It can change quickly, but when you're at the bottom of the table and you're thinking, I need to win nights, it feels pretty desperate.
Yeah, things don't seem to change quickly then.
No.
57.
Michael is off, and Luke has to make hay. Double 16 now.
77.
Another. He's only thrown 12 darts, but these guys just hit trebles for fun. So leaving 220 after 9 is considered not a very good leg anymore.
Absolutely, it's not. There's a 13 dart leg, hold the throw.
Yeah, night and day the performances, and of course it's going to affect your body language. doesn't look as relaxed, not thrown as well. Any score can turn it round. Can that turn it round for MVG?
Well, brilliant timing against the throw. You thrust yourself into that 105 takeout, and there's nothing Littler can do.
Nope. 15 tops for a 180, 105.
He almost would have preferred it 25 the first start and have 2 tops.
Again, drama, John. Drama ridden. Well, he's missed loads of combination shots, but not that one. And the roar from Littler, that's telling Van Gerwen, you're in trouble, pal. It's unlikely for MVG, but he knows he can.
And it starts with the simple hold of throw. We say simple. What a setup this is, though. To leave double 8. We kind of felt like the last leg was going to be simple for him, and it ended up anything but.
Everything's a chore during this game.
Wow, it became a chore now, just hitting a double 8. Keep yourself alive, Michael. You can't afford to miss.
What was that noise? What'd you say? Bud? Very good from MVG.
Still can rely on that initial plan of yours.
Yeah, after 61st darts, only at 99, that would have hurt MVG. And that will have hurt him further. It's never the single treble visits that hurt, it's the 2s and 3s. And after 9 darts, one in 164, he's got MVG in all sorts of trouble.
Oh, he's not even thinking of the 164, nor should he.
This is the maturity of him as a 17-year-old that's played darts for 15 years.
But there is sort of a wild card element to what he might do though, with the man.
Yeah, he's not going to go 2 double sixes if you mean that.
No, I don't.
For a place in the final. That was, in a way, a very, very good, accomplished performance from Luke Littler. Average just below a ton.
No, they won't. And that's based on what we've seen tonight. And one of these players got to get there first. Peter Wright finding first max of this semi-final. Nathan has beaten Luke Littler though in this year's Premier League. Peter Wright came within the width of a wire of beating Luke Littler, so they know the opportunity will be there, but like I said, first part of the equation needs to be done here.
Well, the fact is, and we've seen that underlined over the first 8.5 weeks of the Premier League this year, that any of these players is capable of winning a best of 11 against any other. Double 18 is left for the Asp. He strikes. Breaks. He goes 2-1 up. Important move from the Asp.
Nathan Uruguay 140.
Nathan Aspinall has made a living out of being very difficult to beat in darts matches, especially when he gets in front.
And even when he's behind, he won't go away. He's just
He has a reputation of being granite, doesn't he?
This is his sort of game. It's an 87 average from Nathan playing an 89 average from Peter Wright, but he generally can dig these out. And Wright gets the opportunity to break straight back and can convert with a double-double. So Nathan for a bit of daylight here.
Indeed. And pins it. Goes 3-1 up, having lost the opening leg of this semi-final contest here in Belfast. He's won 3 legs straight, Aspinall now. He leads 3-1, he's halfway to the winning post and halfway.
And it's that close, who knows, a 3v6 might be. There's a lot of games to be played before then.
Right, the lead down to a leg here, mid-match. Aspinall with the darts here, 40 up plus these. Nice. Handy. Leaves 1-2-1 after 9 darts. And this will be the Aspinall MO here. just holding his throw, and if he can keep leaving a handy finish after 9 darts every time he's got the throw, he's really in business. That is double 16. What a finish that is! Denies right a poke at the 161 and goes 4-2 up, and it's acknowledged by the former world champion. I may try and stop him in the corridor and just tell him.
100.
Webster's written you off, Nathan. I think you've got a chance, Nathan, but, you know, any outcome is possible, Mark, no matter how unlikely it may seem.
96.
Nathan knows to ignore you in the corridor anyway, so I'm not overly fussed.
Yeah.
You get a chance in this leg, Peter Wright. This is to keep his slim hopes alive here in Belfast. He needs to find a treble, and he can't find the treble 18, so surely at least one match start is incoming here for the Asp.
So is this the coup de grace and another final spot for the Asp? Well, maybe not. Maybe only a dart at bullseye now, and it will be. It will be. And that's all he needs! As he finishes in some style after almost making a huge mess of that visit, but it's a bullseye finish to take him in to the nightly final here in Belfast. You feel there's the possibility of a little landslide if he gets going for 10 to 15 minutes, but equally you feel maybe Aspinall could hang on long enough and take it deep into the contest and nick it. Littler has the darts in this match, was just another obstacle for Aspinall to overcome. 1-1 in head-to-head meetings in the Premier League, 6-3 in Brighton to Littler and 6-3 to Aspinall in the semi-final in Nottingham just a couple of weeks ago. The meetings in weeks 6 and 7.
Well, he may need to get this to hold throw. Double 8. Oh my word. Just where Nathan Aspinall maybe would have thought, oh, I've got a chance here. It was absolutely stifled to the hilt. And they did turn the tide in his favour. He's going to need similar, you feel, here on the outer ring, because it's likely that the 2 treble visits like that from Littler may prove just a little too much.
Littler went in full cry. There are few finer sights in world darts, and sometimes you wonder how he manages to lose a match. He wants the big fish bullseye!
Rubbish!
Important dart in only the second leg of the match for the Asp. And he finds it. And that's an example of hanging on, Wayne, isn't it? Because Littler threatened to treat us to the showpiece big fish finish.
Littler at 7 180s in that. And his doubling was decent as well. That's an hard standard to cope with.
Well, now this is interesting again. 2 tops. Well, over clubs on the first double top. Yes. There she blows.
71.
Well, full credit. I mean, you know, you talk about showmanship.
That's it. But what
I know someone like that would have done similar.
I would never have hit the 51. What I love is that
Fair point.
he attacked the tops. I know it was high, but he attacked it. There was nothing about him that was like, oh, I better miss on the inside because otherwise those in the commentary box are going to kind of berate me.
And we know what this man, I'm going to say this boy, but he's 17 now, so let's call him a man. I mean, he's playing against in the professional game at the top level. He's a man now, and this man can produce 5 to 10 minutes of utter spellbinding brilliance that could run 3, 4, 5 legs, couldn't it?
Indeed. Does it start now? Look at this, tops. And I like this freedom. A lot of players would not have gone that way. They would have played safe. He prefers tops, so he went for the 21 and he got it.
86. Luke 40.
Tops it is for the nuke. the gap.
Because he can apply more pressure, more power, so he can throw more directly when he has that slight pause in his throw. Whether it'll work for him long term, I don't know, because like I've said, it's all about rhythm. But tonight, Littler fancies having that little pause in his throw.
73.
Here's the break-back chance.
Looking required 125.
Finds the bullseye, that leaves 75. Out to Bull, for Bull again! Oh! Show-stopping finish! Well, the nuke detonates on the big stage in Belfast with that exquisite 1-2-5.
So there's still some work to do, but he's put himself in a great position, looking to leave 130 or minimum 170.
125.
He will hate that dart, let me tell you.
And the winner of this match goes to second in the table, Wayne, I don't think I'm right in saying.
Yes, correct.
35.
And the loser, it's no disaster, because a nice second prize of still being in the top four.
Yeah, been a good night for both.
Indeed.
Going to get a lot better for one of them. Who's it going to be? Still in the balance. 60. 18 or treble. Double 7 now.
So 11 and tops, 2-dart combo here for Littler. Tops it is. And he cans it, and it's a big dart, and it's an important finish. It's not numerically as big as by any manner of means, but it's an important one. It's the difference perhaps between 4-all and 5-3 Littler. Wow, he's fast approaching the last chance saloon, Aspinall. He has to win the next 3 legs, and 2 of them are on the Littler throw, including this one.
I don't dislike that. Leaves single to double.
Oh, could he? Oh, he can't. Would have been a sensational curtain closer, but couldn't quite do the job. He's left 60 though, Luke Littler, for the match, and a nightly win would be the latest thing to add on to his CV. And he's quick to try and dampen down the crowd. As Aspinall looks for treble 18 to leave 2 darts at double 8 to stay alive. And he does stay alive.
Segments away, so it doesn't have to switch.
Right, now he has gone the Rob Cross route before in this Premier League on the 18s, but he now sticks at the conventional route to leave his beloved double 10.
Luke Littler has now had a dart to win an evening of the Premier League. He had 2 darts in week 2 and didn't get over the line. What's going to happen here?
Double 10, both of those, Wayne, weren't they?
Yep.
Against Van Gerwen, ironically, because he's the best double 10 hitter in the world of darts. Double 18, and that was to take us all the way. And for a fitting finish on double 10, Luke Littler has 3 darts in hand. Double 5. And it's the green light for glory in Northern Ireland for Luke Littler. Luke the Nuke has his first nightly win in the Premier League, beating table topper Humphries, defending champion Van Gerwen, and now Nathan Aspinall.